Sugar Boogers, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go ahead and create the Tipsy Easel. So in just a moment, I'm going to tell you how the Tipsy Easel came to be. In case you've got a lot of questions for me, hold your horses, I will explain it in just a minute. So the other day I was playing my current household, Genesis. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but if you aren't, check out like the last two, I think two, maybe possibly three current households that I've done, and you will literally learn all about this girl and probably see why I'm so in love with her, and maybe understand why I've created this venue a bit more. So when I was playing her, she, first of all, let me tell you, she's an introvert. She really doesn't like to go into huge social settings, and if she is, she would like to be, you know, preoccupied with some sort of activity. So for her personally, going to like a club and then all of a sudden drinking a couple juices on the rocks and then ending up in the bush with Don Lothario, in her case it was Johnny Zest at the end of the night, not really her thing. She's already been around the block once or twice, and she's tired of, you know, beating around the bush, if you get what I'm trying to say. So I decided to kind of like, you know, brew up some ideas of what I could make. What kind of a venue could I incorporate with the things that we already have in game? How can I make something different? And then my best friend actually, Megan, and she's been talking to me about the longest time. She's like, Jen, you know, tipsy, a little juiced, you're hilarious. I could just see you going to like a painter studio where they serve wine and you drink a little bit and, you know, you kind of what is it? You like wine test, I guess, or you taste test wine? I have no idea. I'm not like a wine connoisseur, as I've mentioned previously. So for me personally, I honestly don't know. But anyway, she had mentioned it to me, and I had thought like, wow, you know, that is exactly what Genesis would love to do. But of course, now that we have Dine Out, we have wine. Or isn't it Nectar or something? Okay, whatever. I should call it the Tipsy Nectary or something. I don't know. But yeah, so now that we have that, and we obviously have had easels for like ever, I decided to go ahead and combine the two. And I think it's actually a really sweet time. It's so much fun. I actually got to test it out with Bob and Eliza. Bob decided to go ahead and surprise Eliza with a little date night, and painting just so happens to be right up her alley. And so he took her to the Tipsy Easel, and they had an amazing time. You haven't seen that part yet, so spoiler alert, probably too late. I did mention this before. I am the worst at surprises, so this should not be any surprise to you. But anyway, it's actually a really cute episode. And I had a lot of fun with them here. So I think this is perfect for your Sims to do like a group outing and go and just have like a girls' night. You know, you could order yourself a drink of any choice. You don't have to necessarily, you know, get just wine, and then you can go and create a painting and take it home and just kind of have like a little, how would you say, like a souvenir, if you will, of your night out. And for some reason, it sounds really it just sounds perfect to me. It just sounded like a good time, and it really was, and that's how this whole entire thing came to be. And if somebody in the universe has done this before me, I swear to you, on every star in the sky, this was my own idea, and I just explained verbatim why and how this came to be, because, I mean, I've been wanting something like this in my game for a while, and I just been kind of pondering and sitting on it, and I was just like, oh, you know what, Jen, today's the day. Today's the day, girlfriend. You're gonna pull out your Victoria's Secret big girl panties, and you gonna do it, girl. Okay, you gonna do it. And I did it. So initially, as you can tell, I decided this was going to be a downtown venue, okay? No. I started thinking, you want to get away from the hustle and bustle. You could actually make one of these types of venues for downtown Windenburg. I think it would be amazing. But it really wasn't in the cards for me, especially with this color palette and all that kind of stuff. It has a very kind of like rustic modern twist, and also has like maybe just a little bit of a Italian vibe. I don't really know. So I decided to actually move this bad boy, and you'll see this in just a few moments, off into a lot where it kind of has like this pathway or driveway, and it's really secluded. And I think it was like made. It was literally made for the Tipsy Easel. So I ended up moving it a little bit later because, like I said, I'm all about aesthetic. I'm all about making buildings just kind of blend and just match these surrounding areas. And as you can see here, this is exactly what I was talking about. Definitely doing a lot of renovations, you guys. I'm changing up the color palette. I am still learning my personal style, what works for me the best, what matches, you know, how I feel inside, and trying to be able to portray my vision out onto a computer screen under the pressure of being filmed isn't really an easy task. But one of the things that I love to do is I love to keep it real with you guys. I love to just kind of make what I like to make. And I know that this is a perfect example of what I'm trying to say. Just the last speed build when I created that trailer. It was literally something from my heart, and I wanted it out on film, and then some of you guys had said that it reminded you of the Broke House, and you know, some people were a little more malicious than others about it, and then, you know, whatever. And then sometimes there's going to be stuff like that. Sometimes my builds are going to look similar, but they're always going to be different in a different type of way. And I will say the was it like Sunnyside starter is definitely way different, because I'm sorry, but that broke bish Brandy couldn't even afford it. Okay, let's just go ahead and say that real quick. But I'm kidding. It's a starter. She could afford it. What do you mean? But yeah, anyway, back to present day. I'm really excited to share this with you guys, as you can hear it in my voice. And I think these kinds of builds, these ones that I kind of premeditate and really think about and sit on for a while, similar to the sandpaper point, I feel like come out the best. And I really do feel like this place is going to be a place that you guys are going to enjoy and you're going to love, especially because it has some sort of incentive. You get to come with your friends, your girlfriend, even your boyfriend, husband, whatever, family members, and have a really good conversation with some killer drinks, and also be able to show your creative side in a whole new way. And so I think that's kind of fun, and that's why I loved creating this place for you. And inside, as you can see the layout, I think it works out pretty well. I definitely had to take a lot of time and kind of just figuring out everything, because my coordination to how things get placed in the building, it can get a little difficult, but I kind of pre-thought it out a little bit before I started building the actual, you know, shell. So anyway, those arches in the doorway, they ended up getting removed a little bit later on. I just felt like they were going to fit the original vision for the painted easel, or the tainted easel, or wait, the tipsy easel. Hey, the painted, the tainted, whatever you want to do, boo. It's all up to you. I'm just giving you ideas. What a good way to like kind of retract my words and just play it off cool. You know what I mean? Like, I would totally, if I was a sim, I would have the charismatic trait. Like, not because I can speak properly, because let's be honest, but because, you know, even when I stumble, boo boo, I try to pick it up and just run with it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to laugh at yourself, and I do every single day. Like, I'm a one-man show. I can literally make myself laugh over everything. Like the other day, side note, I was in the shower. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I think for a good like 5 minutes, I was like, this is so stupid. I can't believe I'm telling you guys this, but I literally think I was like drawing things on the freaking glass shower door, and like, you know, just doing stupid things that I probably am way too old to be doing. Making faces and like, I don't know, laughing because my mascara is running down my face. I'm so ridiculous. I do. And I find humor in the small things in life. And I find the small things absolutely beautiful. I really do. I'm such an odd person. I'm definitely, how would you say, like, if you go to like a yogurt place, I'm like all the flavors of yogurt. It's just really, it's hard. And it's actually difficult being that kind of a person, because you're like that person that's like good at everything, but you're not really great at one thing, if that makes sense. I am literally a box of freaking M&Ms. I'm a hot mess. But so I decided to go and give this venue 2 bathrooms, but I'm kind of realizing you probably could just take away one of those bathrooms and put something else in it if you really wanted to. What I really loved about this place, and when I was researching venues of these types just in real world situations, I really loved how they had brick and they had old paintings everywhere. A lot of these are actually posters, but if you really wanted to take the time out and actually create paintings for this venue to give it a more authentic seal of approval, authentic touch. I highly recommend that you do so, but me, being a lazy SOB, I didn't get the time to do that. But no, really, I think it'd be really cool to really take out the time and even just like paintings that you have visitors come to or whatever, you just put them on the walls and all that kind of stuff. So you're probably wondering how I got some of these items. I do have show hidden objects on. You may or may not need to have the bb.move objects on for there's a pond also in the back, so there's a lot of things you can do here. There's also a sitting area, as you guys saw, that I was kind of making outside, where there's an outside bar. There's also going to be a bar upstairs. We have the easels here, and this is kind of like the classroom, and I really do like how we took away those arches and kind of made it a more open and airier feel, more free-flowing, I guess is really the proper term to say, by just kind of putting that little wall in between. It gives it the separation that it deserves, but it also feels not as claustrophobic or even as cut off. I really do feel like this is exactly the studio I had portrayed. I don't know the name, if it isn't clear already, of what a establishment is called that serves wine and you can paint at the same time. If you know, please do educate me, because I honestly can't even figure it out for the life of me. One of my favorite parts of this entire build, and I love to tell you guys my favorite parts when I'm creating stuff, it's definitely got to be that studio. I mean, it's obviously the whole point you're coming, right? But like for some reason, there's just something about it that really gives me this real life feeling. Like I really do feel like my Sims are going to the studio and they're painting and they're having a good time and they're drinking. I wish you could actually take the wine and sit down while you're doing it. I don't know if that's a possibility or not, but if it is, I definitely recommend trying it out. The bar stools that we placed really close to the easels will need to be shifted backwards so your Sims can actually get up there and paint. But I have moved them and left them kind of just, in the background there, and it looks really cute, and it still kind of gives you the same aesthetic. I decided to put a pool here, or not a pool, but a pond. Did I say pool earlier? Probably did. Wouldn't put it past me. Just in case you wanted to do just some more relaxing on your own. That actually gets shifted up a little bit because of where it is placed on the lot, it ended up getting deleted. So just FYI, it's probably going to be a little bit different when you guys download it. And we're just putting in some rugs, and I love these rugs. I swear to you, The Sims needs to come out with more. I abuse these in every single freaking build. There will never be a build without these rugs, but I love the fact that I had the small little skinny rug and the big fat rug behind it. Really cute. Loved it. I love those rugs. They're adorable. Also, I have the little wine glass on the brick there with those really cool, illuminating stage lights, and also how the lighting comes in, you guys. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm telling you, I really am proud of myself. There used to be a time, and if you've been with me since the beginning of this time, where I was like, guys, I'm no Bob the Builder, I haven't said that in a while, and I'm still no, Deli or James or, like someone like who obviously, got their ish together like Simlinks, and even Nando's pretty bomb at that. I'm nobody like that yet. I don't know. I don't compare myself to other people. I shouldn't do that, but I'm not probably there yet, but, I aspire to be, and those people inspire me a lot. So it's totally worth it. I definitely watch a lot of their videos, and I do get inspiration from people, absolutely, because I feel like that's what the community is about. I feel like so many people get so caught up on, who's trying to be like who, and seeing everybody as a competition. And not a lot of people think like that. And I'm not saying like anybody thinks like that, but I feel like there was a point in time in the community that people were like really vicious with each other. And I think one thing that we have to keep in mind is that we're all here to inspire each other. Copying, though, is one thing, and I understand that, and I get that. And there is a fine line between inspired by something and trying to basically rip off somebody's brand. And what your definition of inspired may not be the same as mine, vice versa, that kind of thing. But anyway, I just wanted to, I guess this video is about a whole bunch of different things. We just getting all up in a feelings, huh? But yeah, I really love the community as it is, and I feel like a lot of people here now are just so open, and I'm loving the way that we are. I think that we're all just a big family, and I love that we all get along, and That's really all that I could ever ask for. You know, I've been here for a freaking long time. Like, I've been in the simming community for almost 4 years now, girl. Yep, OG, senior. And I've seen a lot of things, you know, I really have. And I can't say that I'm not prouder. I'm not proud. I've never been prouder of this community. It's fun and it's exciting. And I don't know, I'm blessed to be here and I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy for everybody who is presently in the community and even was, you know? So anyway, we're wrapping up the build. And what else am I adding in? Some more rugs? Sure. I don't know why I decided to be so freaking intent on having a rug up there, but I do like the bars, like the bar tables. Oh my goodness. Oh. And then I found this little swift little guy, like sweet little setup, and I thought, hey, like, obviously that is perfection in a cup. That is exactly what you want in a painting studio, you know, like the perfect reference to draw. And I think you seriously could actually paint from reference from that little display there if you wanted to. Quick note though, there is a painting, if you guys can see, kind of by the windows downstairs. It's like a cluster. They ended up getting removed. I'll try to fix those when I upload the build, but they ended up getting removed for some reason. Not exactly sure why. FYI though, the way that setup is outside completely changes. And it doesn't change in this build. I'm not actually going to show you how I convert it. It looks the same. It's just I ended up using different furniture because I felt like it didn't match. Do you know what I mean? Like, I felt like it could. I mean, if you do have like it's outdoor patio stuff, then you could probably put that in instead. But I wanted something that more or less fit the authenticity of Windenburg. So as we wrap up the I keep wanting to say the tainted easel, the taint. Oh God, that's so gross. Okay, Jen, please. Okay, get it together, girl. Deep breath. Okay. As we wrap up the Tipsy Easel, I'm just adding in a few little fine details, and I wanted to go ahead and say thank you so much for sticking with me throughout these 4 years and for the last 17, 18 minutes or so. Your guys' support means the absolute world to me, and I never, ever, ever want a day to go by that you guys don't know how much I genuinely love you, and thank you for being with me through every step of this journey. You guys are amazing. I love you. And with that said, don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine. And as usual, I will see you all